This past week, the world of AI was thrown upside down because a Chinese model was open sourced and has climbed to number 4 already in a number of days. In the iPhone App Store, it's got a website, it's very well documented, and it's fun to use, and it's free. Here it is. It's called DeepSeek. And this website is chat.deepseek.com. And I asked it to evaluate what is CapCut's business model, which I'd reported on earlier. But the great part about it is that it shows how it's progressing through the challenge, through the prompt. It shows its reasoning as it happens, and that's something that no other AI model has been doing. They've been hiding. How does it go about thinking? And it's instructive to look at how that's happening. I asked for it to analyze the business model of CapCut. And the first thing it did is it found a bunch of websites to look at. And that by itself is fairly impressive. They're in different languages, they're from all over the world. But then it went out and thought about the pages that it was reviewing. And I don't know if it was reviewing all of them, but it speaks as if it's talking to itself. Okay, the user is asking about CapCut's business model. Let me start by going to the search results provided. And then from web page 1, they're looking at the version aimed at companies and creators and another version for businesses. And web page 2 talks about the freemium approach, and it goes through one page after another. Web page 9 mentions 100 million in consumer spend, and then it creates a nice outline that I used in my presentation, because I then ask for it to format your answer in Markdown. What's he talking about? Oh, wait, formatting as a Markdown code block would mean wrapping the contacts with triple backticks. Okay, so it thinks through how to do it, and then look, it generates the code. And then I asked it, okay, explain your reasoning. And it once again saying, okay, this user wants me to format the reasoning in Markdown. So it did that. The analysis framework. How does CapCut generate revenue? What strategies makes it different? It basically interrogated itself based on what it had learned and came up with a conclusion. I think this is a healthy way to do research, and I can understand why people are spending time looking at the reasoning behind the answers as well as the answers themselves. Taking that markdown format of the reasoning that DeepSeek made on its earlier research, that became the text of this presentation. I basically could copy the markdown format into CueCam, and that became the text on my teleprompter.